Facebook family, it's Lola, and tonight I'm going to be talking about what does it mean for the end of the age? What does it mean for an age to end? As everyone knows, we do live in a world where there's different cycles, where everything has a beginning, everything has an end. We're moving into a new age where a lot of our old mindsets are starting to pass away. This is the age where I believe that we as a people are going to be unified, and we're going to come together, and we're going to start fixing things within our own community. I believe that this is the age where all the lies that have been passed down to us from generation are going to start to become dispelled. And I really believe that the African diaspora is going to move forward into a new age, into a new beginning. Recently, the reason why I'm talking about this is because Melinda Gates, Bil Gates' wife, had went on a television show and was talking about how she saw over 1 million Africans lying dead in the street. So basically, I'm recognizing what she's doing. She's speaking death over Africans. So I'm here to reverse that curse and put it on her. It's not my people you're going to see dying in the street. I see your people dying in the streets. The people who do not really belong on the continent, I see them dying in the street and leaving Africa in droves. I am going to be doing a follow-up video, probably not tonight, maybe tomorrow, talking about Bil Gates. You know, it took me a while to put that video out because I'm doing thorough research. There's so much conspiracy concerning Bil Gates, and I want to make sure that I have his dragging true and just. So far, what I know about Bil Gates is the fact that he is not a licensed doctor, and he's always trying to push vaccinations on people. He has been put out of people's countries doing that, like India. I did discover information about that. I will cover in that video. But I'm noticing everything that's going on. Right now, you have China sending more soldiers within Africa, parts where they colonized. You have America starting to dispatch troops there. You have all these people getting ready for a war. The only people who are not getting ready is us. Everyone knows the prize and the wealth that Africa has, except the indigenous people of that land. We're starting to come to the realization of the wealth that our country has. But a lot of us are still sleeping on Africa. We're not really coming to the full understanding of what this really means for us as a people. So pretty much, I'm going to tell you, in the age of before, as I said, we basically had a spell put on us. Our knowledge was stripped away from us. Everything we thought was right, we basically were told was wrong and not to practice it no more. And that's what colonialism did. It stripped us of our power. It took all of our power and pride in who we were as a people away. And so for 500 years, we were led into captivity. Now we're starting to wake up and the spell is starting to wear off. And we're starting to see that, hey, we're a people without a nation because other people are there. So what I really believe is going to start happening in this new age, I took notes, in this new age, we're breaking free of centuries of false doctrines, destructive indoctrination, absurd ideas, and children's stories about God, education, medicine, and love. The corruption of the foundations of false societies are crumbling. America is crumbling. European nations are crumbling. And they're really still trying to hold on tight to all the resources of Africa. These people know once Africa starts withdrawing their money from their nations, they're going to become a third world country overnight. France is so afraid to the point that they're trying to find ways now to start trying to kill off the population of Africa. They know that it's coming. Now you have more and more people speaking out saying, hey, you know, it's not right that we're still paying you 60% of our money each year. A lot of African nations are starting a lot of African nations are starting to say that they actually are going to start taking their money from the French reserves, and that's what they're afraid of. If we start taking our money from the French reserves and we start basically trading within our own country, they're going to be locked out. And that's what they're afraid of. So that's why a lot of stuff that we're seeing in Africa is going on now. Also, something I really want to speak on tonight is that we are the original creators. We basically created everything that all civilizations have. We are the inventors of everything. We basically cultivated all societies known to man. And now more of us is coming to that knowledge. And more of us are waking up to that knowledge that we have the future within us. We're the future of Africa. I'm the future of Africa. Everyone in the ages between 30 and 20 and in their teens are the future of Africa. And we have a chance to overturn everything that our forefathers could not. We are the dreams of Patrice. We're the dream of Thomas. We're the dreams of Kwame. And we can have all that come together to have a united Africa and have a free, liberated Africa. And that's something that I'm really happy that is going to happen. And I really feel that that's what's going to happen very shortly. I'm happy, and I want to say this in a video. I was going to say this in another one. I'm going to say it. When I saw how my brothers and sisters in the Ivory Coast stood up and they tore that hospital down that they were trying to build in the middle of their village apart with their bare hands, I was proud of them, because this is not the same old thing that they can come and do whatever they want to our people. We're starting to wake up and realize that European people do not have good intentions for us. We're not the same old kind African people that was like, oh yeah, we're going to take this, we're going to take this. We're starting to wake up and realize that we have enemies, and we're starting to recognize our enemies. And I'm happy that I'm starting to see more Africa speak on this. It makes me proud to know that my people are waking up and we're not going to continue to be victims. And another thing I want to point out too, notice Africa was not even really affected by the coronavirus. They said only 23 people had came down with it, but most of those people were tourists. So now you're starting to see they're trying to bring all these vaccines there and all these testings there, because they're really trying to spread it, because they're jealous that our people were not affected as much as their people were. That's what I really think a lot of this is, and I know that's what it is. So let's go ahead and start continuing to work together, waking up one another, breaking away from old traditions. Eventually, we are going to overthrow all the corrupted leaders. There's so many people within my page be saying, well, our leaders are really corrupt. Yes, but the people can change that. How? Keep doing what the people in the Ivory Coast is doing. Keep standing up and saying, no, we're not taking this anymore. And all these leaders are going to be put out of office. You have a lot of African Americans that are waking up realizing that that is their nation. And they're starting to return home. And I'm starting to see a lot of French and a lot of European people are becoming uncomfortable by that, because they're saying we're seeing a lot more African Americans here. And we have the whole history and knowledge of what they've done within the African diaspora. So that's something that, they're starting to become really uneasy about. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I will continue to speak on this tomorrow. I got to put my daughter to bed. She's in the background. I love everyone. Keep the hope. We are the future of Africa. Good night.